Well, in my book, Living Courageously, I teach on a very unique fear, and it's the fear that I'm not doing enough. And you might think, well, that's something that I've never really thought about. You know, that's one of the #1 fears that people have. One time we were kind of taking a poll in our office to see what some of the things were that concerned people the most. And so I think the question we put to them was, if you could ask God anything, what would it be? And several people said, I would love to know when I've done enough. You know, we love God and we want to do what's right. We want to study the Word, we want to pray, but there's always that threat, that threatening lie from the devil that, well, you've not done enough. You haven't prayed enough. You haven't studied enough. You haven't given enough. You haven't been a good enough wife. You haven't been a good enough mom. You know, you're not eating enough of the right things. It's like, well, first of all, let me tell you, God's not counting. He's not sitting in heaven somewhere with a piece of paper saying, you did right, you didn't do right, you did right, you didn't do right. He sent Jesus to die for our mistakes, and we can count on that. And I'm so glad that I finally learned that I get up every day, I love God, I just try to do the best I can, and I already know before I start it's not going to be good enough. It's not going to be enough. If we could ever do enough, then we would not have needed Jesus Christ to die in our place. He is the only one that is more than enough.